Philemon Mapfumo. I'm from Zimbabwe. Just completed my master's in IT security at the University of Westminster. I think today the UK is quite a busy place and there's a lot of competition for jobs.
My name is Jonathan and I'm from Singapore. Currently I'm studying law, third year, final year at King's College. What do I feel about the UK today? I think it's awesome!
My name is Skip. I'm come from Bangkok, Thailand, and currently I'm studying a master degree in finance at CAS Business School. I feel like it's very similar to my hometown Bangkok, but it doesn't feel like home to me.
My name is Jerry. I'm from Uganda and I came here to study. Currently I'm just about to finish my study and I've also started work. The UK today I feel is a place of opportunity.
My first impressions of the UK when I first came here was totally different from my country where I come from. So it was, number one, the first thing I noticed was that it was very cold, you know. We've never experienced any temperatures close to what is actually in the UK. So it was very cold, but it was a very big city, very technologically advanced as well, and had many people from many nationalities. So it was good. It's a good melting point, you would say. So it was of different cultures. So that was my first impression. Very nice.
How about you, John?
Yeah, I think London is quite a happening place. Like there's so many different things happening all at once. For example, if you walk down the streets of London, right, if you see a guy with a tuft of pink hair, you wouldn't be shocked. People won't be shocked. But if in Singapore you see someone along the road with a tuft of pink hair, everyone will be staring at him going, what's that guy, man? But in London, right, it's going to be just, oh, that's another guy with pink tuft of pink
cool
hair.
Guy.
Yeah, you probably say like he's a cool guy. So I think London is a place where you can be yourself. Like you can really feel comfortable. You won't feel like you feel out of place, you know. You feel actually like you belong to this city. It draws you towards it. I think with the vibe that's London, that really characterizes London. So how about you?
Well, for me, it's not a impression, but it's a first feeling that that I feel about London. I feel it's kind of like my hometown, Bangkok, because of the size of the city and the complexity and you know the structure of the environment here is very similar, but the culture is very different from my own country, so it doesn't feel really like I'm home, although the city is very similar. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I have a different opinion from Gib. I think I'd border with Phil. I think coming from home is like really relaxed and it's a low pace of life. I think when I came here, the first thing, you know, when I just like even touched down, you know, going to the train, see people like running, like they were literally, it seemed to me like they were running, but they were actually walking that fast, and everything seemed to be like a really fast pace, which, you know, coming from home where you take everything very, very slowly, was quite hard to adjust to. But I guess it's a way of life here, and after a while you do adapt and become part of it.
That's really good. Well, the main decision was I had relatives here with my sister, so that really was one of the main decisions, because then I would have somebody help me if I went into any difficulties. Also, UK is also has very good universities as well to study. So also getting a qualification from a good university in the UK would enable you to get a good job. Well, besides having your own skills, of course, you know. So that was what initially drew me here. Yeah, and what about you?
I seem to have so much in common with Phil. I came here because my aunt was staying here. Basically, I had a choice to go to Singapore or to come here. But then I was bent on going to Singapore. But then my dad decided to send me here because my aunt was staying here. And then he thought, okay, good universities, you study here, you can probably get a better job. Stay here, do some work and things like that.
London has a very good reputation for university, and it's the center of financial market in Europe. So when I realized that I want to study finance, so I think it's a very good place, you know.
I think I didn't really have a choice because I wanted to study law, so I guess there was no option to go to US at the undergrad level. Only UK had offered the choices. So something more interesting about the UK is that I think I chose to come here because there's opportunity to travel. Like, not many places offer you the chance to explore the continent, which is Europe.
I think the first thing is the language. Because my native speaking is Thai, it's not English, and at the first time I don't really feel a lot of confidence to speak, because you know sometimes I feel afraid of saying something stupid or saying something like maybe wrong grammar, you know. But as the time goes by, I feel like I shouldn't think too much about how will I look to others. Just try to say it and feel more confident, and then you can speak more fluent.
But for me, it was more the sense of belonging. I think when I came here, I found it really hard to make friends, or at least I missed kind of like the family kind of setting I get back home, where you know every weekend you go and visit someone you know you spend time with them, and I missed that here, especially because I didn't know many people. So for me, that was like the hardest bit, was I guess being homesick. That was the worst of it.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, it is like being in a new place, and I probably had similar problems of missing my family, and you know my friends. And I wish I could just have them all back here, and it's like, hey, let's, you know. So it was, yeah. So it was a bit difficult at first, but then you overcame that. But also the difficulties I had was also trying to work and study in the UK. It's pretty difficult because, you know, even though I did have my sister, most of my maintaining, or, you know, the bills and so forth, I had to kind of like pay for myself. You eventually need to kind of move on, and it's difficult to study at the same time and also try to pay your bills as well. So that was a bit of a shock, but yeah, you kind of get used to it. But also, you work too much and then your grades suffer, or you work too little and you know you don't roughly have enough. So you have to kind of like find a balance on how you can actually work minimally and study as well. But obviously, with more priority towards your studies than actually working.